On a cold February night, 1864, 8 men vanished into the Atlantic, swallowed whole by their own invention. They weren't sailors lost in a storm, nor merchantmen ambushed by pirates. These were Confederate submariners, volunteers for missions so audacious, so suicidal, it defied belief. Their vessel, the H.L. Hunley, was an iron coffin, a hand-cranked marvel designed to rewrite naval warfare. But the ocean, as it often does, had other plans. Before that fateful night, the Hunley had already earned a grim reputation. She'd sunk twice during testing, claiming the lives of 13 men. Each time she was raised, salvaged, and sent back into service, a testament to the desperate resolve of the Confederacy. For her final crew, led by Lieutenant George Dixon, this was not just a mission, it was a gamble with death. Their target, the USS Housatonic, a formidable Union warship blockading Charleston Harbor. The Housatonic, a screw sloop of war, represented the might of the Union Navy. To strike such a vessel beneath the waves was an unprecedented act of naval audacity. The odds were stacked impossibly high. On February 17, 1864, under the cloak of darkness, the Hunley began her final journey. 8 men, sealed inside a cramped, iron tube barely large enough to hold them, turned the hand cranks that propelled their vessel forward. Every breath was heavy, every turn of the crank a silent prayer. The Hunley carried a spar torpedo, a copper cylinder packed with explosives, mounted on a long pole extending from her bow. The plan was simple, yet fraught with peril. Ram the torpedo into the Housatonic's hull, back away, and detonate it with a rope, hopefully before the ensuing explosion claimed the Hunley herself. Around 8:45 p.m., the lookout on the Housatonic spotted something unusual on the water's surface, a small, dark object moving towards them. Commander Charles Pickering, realizing the danger, ordered the anchor chains slipped and the engines reversed. But it was too late. The Hunley struck the Housatonic. The spar torpedo embedded itself in the Union ship's starboard quarter. Moments later, the explosive charge detonated, tearing a massive hole in the Housatonic's hull. The impact was catastrophic. Within minutes, the USS Housatonic began to sink, becoming the first warship in history to be sunk by a submarine. 5 Union sailors lost their lives in the attack. The remaining crew scrambled onto the rigging, waiting for rescue in the cold February night. But what of the Hunley? After the explosion, Union reports claimed to see a blue light from the submarine, a prearranged signal that she was returning. Then nothing. The light vanished. The Hunley, having achieved her impossible victory, disappeared. For over a century, the fate of the H.L. Hunley remained one of maritime history's most enduring puzzles. Where did she go? Why didn't she return? Was it the force of the explosion, a sudden mechanical failure, or something else entirely that sealed her iron coffin? In 1995, after years of dedicated searching, a team led by underwater archaeologist Dr. Ralph Wilbanks, working with author Clive Cussler's NUMA organization, finally located the Hunley. She lay just a few miles offshore Charleston, buried under 18 feet of silt, surprisingly intact. The discovery was monumental, but finding her was only the beginning. The real challenge and the true revelations came with her recovery. In 2000, after meticulous planning, the Hunley was finally raised from her watery grave, a ghostly relic of a bygone era. As conservationists and archaeologists began to examine the submarine, a chilling scene unfolded. Inside, still at their stations, were the skeletons of the 8 crewmen. Their remains offered a poignant glimpse into the final moments of their lives. Lieutenant Dixon was found at his command post. In his hand, a gold coin, bent and worn. This was his lucky $20 gold piece, which had once stopped a Union bullet during the Battle of Shiloh. A tangible link to a man who had faced death before and cheated it until now. But the biggest mystery remained. What caused the Hunley to sink? Theories abounded. Some believed a Union vessel found and sank her. Others suggested a structural failure. The most compelling evidence, however, pointed to something far more intricate. Analysis of the Hunley's hull showed no signs of external damage from enemy fire. The hatches were closed, the pumps weren't activated, and the crewmen were at their posts, suggesting a sudden, catastrophic event rather than a slow leak or deliberate scuttling. One leading theory, put forth by researchers, suggests that the very weapon that secured her victory also sealed her doom. The spar torpedo, detonating mere feet from the Hunley, may have created a massive shockwave. This concussive force could have been deadly. Imagine the scenario. The explosion rips through the Housatonic. The Hunley, so close, takes the full brunt of the pressure wave. The crew inside, their bodies largely water, would have suffered immediate fatal concussive trauma, their lungs collapsing, their brains hemorrhaging. Forensic analysis of the Hunley crew's remains has lent significant weight to this theory. While there were no visible injuries from the explosion, the lack of struggle and their positions suggest they died quickly, without warning, from forces unseen. Another possibility, not entirely dismissed, is that the Hunley was struck by a passing vessel after the attack. With her lights out and low in the water, she could have been accidentally rammed by a friendly Confederate ship returning to harbor, mistaking her for debris. Yet the concussive force theory remains the most scientifically supported. It's a grim irony. The very innovation that made the Hunley a success, the close-range spar torpedo, was likely her ultimate undoing. A victory bought at the cost of every life aboard. Today, the H.L. Hunley rests in a specialized conservation tank in North Charleston, South Carolina. Her hull is slowly being revealed, piece by piece, revealing secrets that have been hidden for over a century. She is a monument to human ingenuity, courage, and the unforgiving nature of the deep. The story of the Hunley is a powerful reminder of the relentless drive to innovate, even in the darkest of times. It's a testament to the men who dared to venture into the unknown, facing a silent death in an iron coffin beneath the waves. Their sacrifice and the mysteries they left behind continue to echo from the cold, dark depths of the Atlantic. The ocean keeps its secrets, but sometimes, just sometimes, it allows us a glimpse into its hidden past. What other maritime enigmas lie hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be uncovered?